energy with the highest version of yourself. So just taking a moment to sit comfortably in that situation. And before we begin, I'd just like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians of the land, the waterways where I'm situated, and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. So well done everyone for just taking this time to turn inwards. Just notice the internal space and just spend this hour really focusing on that interior space of the body, gathering the resources that you have, that everyone has, and just paying attention to the sensations, to the thoughts, to the emotions, so that you can really just let go and create more space in the body and the mind. So we'll just start by doing a little body scan, so checking in with the different layers of the body. Starting with the top of the head, the crown of the head, just notice any sensations in the crown, in the skull. Take a deep breath in as you draw the energy down through that space. Even feeling into the space around the brain, between the brain and the skull, softening that area, softening the muscles of the face, letting go in the jaw, just allowing the tongue to rest in the mouth. Soften the lips, all of the facial muscles just relax. Soften down to the neck, the shoulders release down and away from the ears. Soften the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, the palms of the hands, the fingers, the belly. Soften into the pelvic bowl, the hips, the thighs, the knees, the calf muscles, ankles, soles of the feet. Just letting all of the muscles and the bones sink down with gravity into the earth. Take another deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And we'll just do a few rounds of straw breathing. So when you inhale through the nose and just exhale like you're breathing out through a straw. So inhale, exhale, letting it out. Inhale, exhale, and another one. Inhale, exhale, a couple more like that. Good, well done. All right, and take one hand to the belly now. I'll take both hands to the belly, take a breath there. Feel the belly expand, feel the diaphragm expand with the inhale. Coming back to your Ujjayi breathing now, which is in and out through the nose. Taking a full belly breath. And exhale through the nose. Good, and we'll just take a nice stretch with that. So just bring your arms out now. Inhale. Feel the belly up. Exhale. Bring your wrists together as you round the back. Inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding. Inhale. Exhale. Just thinking of this as a gentle pulsation. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, contraction, just like the cells of the body do with every breath. Inhale out. Exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Good, and release the hands down. And before we begin our yin poses, we'll just take a little neck stretch. So dropping the right ear to the right shoulder very slowly. Very, very slowly drop the right ear to the right shoulder. And then imagine that I'm lifting up your left ear and see how that changes the stretch. Getting into the deeper muscles at the back of the neck. Breathing there. Slow, smooth breaths. Well done. And then take that right hand to the right ear and just gently help your head up to neutral position and take a breath. Okay, other side, left ear to left shoulder. Slowly and gently dropping it down. Releasing there, and then allow that, imagine I'm lifting the right ear up. Good. And then take the left hand to the left ear and slowly push your head back up to center. Take a deep breath. Well done. Okay, so the first pose we're going to do is completely supine on the floor. So if you want to make it warmer or comfortable, feel free to put a blanket down. Otherwise, you're just going to lie on your mat. So you could potentially have a blanket just under your shoulders and head if you like, or nothing at all. It doesn't really matter. So this is Banana Asana. It sounds really a funny name, but it's a great yin pose. We haven't done a lot of it. It's the one where we make that banana shape with our body on the ground. So I'm going to instruct you how to get into it. And it's a really fantastic stretch for the whole side body, getting into the gallbladder meridian and just releasing tension from the body. We often don't release it from the side body. So lying on your backs, start in a position where you've got your knees bent. And then just walk the feet to the left. Your hips are moving to the right slightly. And then just straighten the legs. And then lift your hands over your head. You can have them straight, the arms stretched straight, but then curved over to the left. So you're in that banana shape. If you want to bend the elbows and take a hold of the elbows, that's also something you could do. If that feels better for you, just work out what feels the best. And you should start to feel a stretch down the whole right side of the body. Now, if you want to go a little bit deeper, take your right ankle over the left ankle and just hook it over there. It makes it a little bit of a stronger stretch. And then once you're in the position, just take your time to start to let go. So you've got the full body supported by the earth now, so you can let go with gravity down into the earth. And all that you need to do now for a couple of minutes is just focus on the breath. So just, you can use that meditation, that Thich Nhat Hanh meditation. I am breathing in and I am breathing out. So if your mind wanders off at any time through the poses, just bring it back to that thought. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Nothing else to do. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. See if you can even soften the soles of the feet, the legs, calf muscles, the thighs, even soften the glutes and the belly. Shoulders sink down. Big breaths into the, filling up the side body. Good, and then very gently and slowly, you can start to bend that right knee in and just walk the feet back to center. Bring your arms back to center. Take a breath there. And then when you're ready, we'll go to the other side. So the feet walk to the right, the hips are to the left slightly. And then straighten those legs out. If you want to hook that left leg over the right, do that. And the top of the body just turns slightly to the right as well. That's it. Good. And then find that comfortable position and just remain very still. And start to follow that breath. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. Creating space in the left side body now. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. Filling up that left side body. Well done. And slowly bend the knee, or the left knee first, then the right. Walk the feet back. Straighten that torso. Take a breath. Just notice how you feel after that side stretch, creating that space. And then we're going to come into happy baby. So you're going to bend the knees in and just hug the knees a little bit. Might like to rock from side to side. And then bring the arms inside the legs, take a hold of the pinky side and send the feet up towards the sky. And let the tail sink down to the floor. Let the shoulders relax down, the collarbones open, the head is heavy. And just let the thighs and the femur bones sink down into the torso. So the knees are pointing towards the underarms. Just breathing there. Just receiving the different sensations in the body as you create these shapes. Soften and receive. I'm just noticing too when a pose in Yin is difficult for you. Notice the different sensations in the areas of the body that you're finding it tough. And see if you can just let go. It might help to exhale out of the mouth. But see if you can stick with it, because usually the ones that are the hardest are the ones that we can end up getting the most benefit from. Well done. And slowly just wrap your hands around the shins and just take a little rocking motion there. And from here we're going to come into a supine butterfly, but I wanted to give you an option. So either if you're not using support, you just soles of the feet touch and the arms go above the head. But if you'd like to, another option is taking your bolster or your couch cushion underneath you. And this is quite nice. What I'm going to do is just lie on my back, feet bent. And then I'm going to lift my hips up and place that bolster under my hips and come into a supine. So my shoulders are on the floor. So I'm getting that slight elevation of the heart. And I'm in my supine butterfly. Now the hands can be above or just resting on the belly. So the soles of the feet are supported as they connect. And we're starting to get into the hips now. Opening up the hips, breathing into the pelvic bowl. At the same time, you've got that support under the shoulders, under the head. And it's quite nice feeling to have the support of the cushion or the bolster under the feet too. You can really let go there. See if you can keep breathing deeply, creating a lot of expansion in the belly with every inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Good, and then very gently, think about moving. You might take your hands manually under the knees and bring them together. Place the feet flat down and just remove the support from under you. Good, and then just let the sacrum rest on the floor. And we're just going to stretch that out with a little figure 4 stretch. So the right ankle comes over the left knee, and just thread the arm through. Now if you can't thread it through, you can hold the back of the thigh. Otherwise, if you can't reach, otherwise hold the front of the shin. And the aim here is to let go in that right glute, to really release the right glute muscle. This is a great stretch for athletes too, because it's releasing those muscles all the way down the leg, which can affect the feet and the ankles. So important to do that glute release. Breathing there. Slow, smooth breaths. It's actually a good stretch for everyone, even sitting, or the movements that we tend to, movement patterns we tend to get stuck in at a desk or driving. Good, and then very gently release that leg. Place the feet to the floor, take a breath. Just notice the difference between the two sides of the body. So always coming back to those sensations and awareness. And then we'll do the other side. So the left ankle over the right knee, hands thread through and draw that leg in. Noticing if this side's easier or harder. So the left side of the body is connected to the feminine. It's connected to the right side of the brain. So that's the creative, the yin side, the flowing, the allowing, your creativity, receptivity, feminine, the matriarchal side, and the right side is the masculine, the more structured side, connected with the logic and the left brain thinking. So sometimes it's interesting to think about the sides of the body and why one side might be different to the other side, depending on the way the brain works as well. Really allowing and letting go in that left glute. Good, and slowly and gently unravel that leg. Either hug the knees or rock side to side, whatever you need to do. Eventually just rolling over to the side and coming up to a seat. We're going to come into a wide-legged pose. If you'd like to take a blanket to sit on, you can do that. Your legs are coming wide, dragonfly. And optional to have a bolster or pillow in front of you, so to lean on, or even a block, or you might like to stack your hands. I'm going to come forward, but before we do, just take your hands behind you and just lift up the belly out of the waist, the chest up out of the belly, the head up, open the heart, take a deep breath there. Just feel yourself drawing that beautiful sun energy into the heart space, filling it up with light. Good, and then slowly, when you're ready, come forward. So this is a yin style, so it's okay if you let your feet flop. It's okay to round the shoulders here. You can bring your chin into your chest if you like, and just letting yourself come forward onto your bolster or pillow. Forward folds are very relaxing for the mind. So just softening all of the thoughts, just focusing on that breath, that deep belly breath. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Letting go in the belly, letting go in the shoulders a little bit more. Good, and then take your time. Push the floor away and slowly come up. Well done. All right, from here we're going to come into fire log pose. So this can be challenging for the hips. So have a pillow, blanket, towel to support your hips. And we're going to place the right ankle over the left knee. Now, if it is too challenging or you've got knee issues, you can always just cross your legs. That's the easier version, the more gentle version. But otherwise, you can take a pillow underneath the knee or a blanket or something if you need to. Just find that comfortable situation. Allow yourself to anchor into the earth. And then when you're ready, you're going to come forward. Taking your time, just moving very slowly. No need to do anything fast. Soften the shoulders, soften the belly. And just rounding the shoulders. Really let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Just scan your body and just notice when it is intense or it is tight. Where do you tend to hold? And see if you can just let go of any unnecessary holding. Notice where there's resistance and let go there. But if you do find you can't let go, it's difficult, you might need to back off slightly. So just do what you need to do so that you can really surrender. Good, well done. Very gently. Push the floor away to come up. Take a deep breath. And when you're ready, you can can swap the legs around. So you might like to just windshield wiper them in between. Good, and just in your own time, make your way to the other side. So it's left ankle over right knee. Anchor yourself into the earth and then come forward when you're ready. Keep finding that point of resistance and just soften and let go. Well done. And slowly and gently take your time to come up. Take a deep breath. Well done. That's not easy. Okay, so a little bit of relief now. Just unravel the legs and just side to side. Really take it slowly and stretch out through the thighs. That's it. There's a little bit of a delay with the video. And then from there, we're going to come into a sleeping swan. So still working on the hips, but maybe this is a little bit more gentle for you. So I'm coming to all fours, the right leg's coming forward, have your bolster or cushion nearby, and grab it and draw it underneath you into the belly. And slowly come forward, feeling into that external rotation of the right hip. Soften the shoulders, let everything go. Nothing to do here but focus on your breath. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. And if the mind goes off onto the past or into the future, just bring it back into this now moment. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Because this is the only moment that matters right now. Good, and take a deep inhale. Slowly push the floor away, come up. And in your own time, after you've taken a deep breath, swap the legs over. Coming over and then softening. Well done. And slowly and gently take a deep breath. Push the floor away, come up to center. And then take your time to make your way onto your backs. So we'll do some supine twists here. And the way we're going to do it today is lie on your back for a moment in constructive rest. So just take a moment with the knees bent, hands on the belly. Just allow yourself to be there for a moment. And then when you're ready, just cactus the arms out. So the elbows are bent, the arms up by the shoulders. And draw the hips, to the right slightly, and drop the knees to the left. So the knees are stacked on top of each other, and they just drop over to the left, and your gaze is to the right. Allowing everything to sink down with gravity into the earth. Just continuing with your belly breaths here. Continue to let go in the glutes, let go in the thighs. Good, and then slowly and gently bring the legs back to center, and we'll transition to the other side. So hips move to the left slightly, knees drop to the right, gaze to the left. Well done, and very gently, when you're ready, bring those knees back to center. And preparing for your Shavasana. So grabbing a bolster under the knees if you'd like to, or you could just lie flat, make sure you're warm. Lying back, palms turned up by the side. And just allowing the whole body to feel heavy here. Release the shoulders down into the earth. Soften the jaw. And just imagine that you're surrounded by a golden net of light, completely surrounding you like a cocoon of warm golden light. Healing you, recharging you. Every time you breathe in, you draw that golden light in as the net expands, and every time you breathe out, the net contracts. Just feel like a warm blanket of light surrounding you, revitalizing you. As you allow the body to feel heavy and the mind to float for the final few minutes. Gently deepen the breath. Bring the awareness back into the body. And see if you can just rub the palms of the hands together as you lie on your back. Placing them over the face. And then just squeezing the ears. Drawing the ears down and away from the skull. Massaging the earlobes. And then take a deep breath and extend your arms overhead, stretching out through the legs. Maybe making some circles with the ankles. And then when you're ready, hug the knees in, roll over to the right side, taking a pause. Slowly pushing yourself up. And take a deep breath, float the arms above the head, gathering strength and energy. Exhale, hands to the heart space, sealing the practice with a primordial Om. Inhale. Om. And surrender to the grace of the universe. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me today.